This is your communication podcast with Teresa.
Goody, goody. We are on our last Vodcast for the day, and we want to discuss the problem of problem solving. Because, it's not as easy as you would think. In terms of the problem solving approach that you should take, and I would like you to dig deep into your memory banks of organizational communication, because we've already discussed quite a bit of problem solving and what has to happen and the kind of conditions that have to be there and the different types of techniques that you can apply. The preconditions that they're bringing up here for problem solving to actually work are very similar to the ones that have to be there for negotiation to be properly done. We want to understand that if there is no solving of a problem, there might be large-scale and violent confrontation. For this problem solving to happen, we need to have some sort of common ground, which is sometimes very hard to bring about, especially if the parties have hardened toward one another. That wouldn't be a great scenario. And we need the honest negotiation in order to bring about a program, a course of action, a plan that we can stick to, that the parties feel happy about. What you should first do is define the problem. But do not define the problem by yourself. Include the other party. Make it a joint definition. Once you are sitting with a specification of the problem, you can then start brainstorming or generating possible solutions. And once you have them out on the table, you're going to go through them and you're going to evaluate the possible solutions, and obviously making sure that you are kicking out the ones that are not realistic, that are not equally applicable, that do not make everybody happy, and you keeping the ones that meet the requirements, that are realistic, and that have the kind of impact that you so seek. Once this is done, once you have agreed on the best possible solution, commit. Agree and commit. While this is all going on, understand that there are people and then there are problems. Don't be subjective, be neutral. Use the language of rationality and continuously remind yourself that this is necessary and that you want to work together. Talking about rationality, absolutely no space for manipulation, no space for strong-arming, no space for blackmail in a proper problem-solving situation. Also revisit some of the concepts that we've discussed in the first semester. Collaboration and compromise were the win-win solutions that have been brought up. Go for these, but also recognize that collaboration, you finding a solution where everybody is equally happy, is an effort that you have to make. It doesn't just come about. You have to be creative in the solutions that you're bringing up, and you really have to dive deep into that dialogue. There are certain pitfalls that you want to stay away from, certain manipulations that people like to jump to in these problem-solving scenarios. Avoid linear communication. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. It's called joint problem-solving for a reason. Let everybody participate. Do not just discard the solutions that are brought up maybe by the party that is less powerful. Participation will get you to that plateau of win-win, to that plateau of success. They say it would be very manipulative if there is a subject-object relationship. What they mean by that is that you do not understand that your opponent has the same needs and the same desires and the same need to make it right as you do. Don't look at them in a decontextualized way, like an object. Look at them holistically and give them the same traits that you give yourself. Don't ever deny expression during these joint problem-solving approaches. And also watch out that people don't just go along in order to conform or in order not to be the weird one out. Encourage people to voice their opinions, even if these are controversial opinions or out of the ordinary opinions. Nothing good, nothing win-win-like will ever come out of a problem-solving session where people are not encouraged to add something, where people are not encouraged to give their individual insights. Uniformity in a group is a very bad thing. No creative solutions come out of this group. Here we go. You've got problem solving under your belt. We can now move on to our last sessions.
I hope you enjoyed it, Schnookies. Until next time, bye!